Yeah, go ahead, Ashraf. I have started recording. You can begin.
Okay, sure. I hope everybody can hear me. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ashraf Mujawar. I'm a pre-sales engineer from Redington Gulf. Today, we are going to talk about specifically the product called Ivanti. And I'm not sure whether you guys are already heard about Ivanti as a product. But of course, it is a pretty much known product, very well known product. It is basically a product which has whole different products under its umbrella. Uh, they have a solutions starting from endpoint protections, endpoint management, patch management for the different operating systems, application controls, patch management, which is an SCCM based, uh, uh, asset management, inventory management, service desk, a lot of solutions basically is there in Ivanti's portfolio. But today we're going to talk about very specifically to the topic, which everybody is facing today. So everybody is asked to work from home. Still, we are trying to, go to the right way, working from offices. Still, most of the employees still working from home. So we have chosen a specific topic like how can you have a central solution, which is a cloud-based solution, and basically help you with working from home, help more visibility to the administrators, provide more visibility and able to take more actions towards it. So if you see Ivanti Cloud, yes, it's a cloud-based solution, a SaaS-based technology offered from Ivanti. And Ivanti, since it is a cloud-based solution, and we're talking about gathering the information from the multiple solution itself. So we're going to talk about specifically on the Ivanti Cloud today. That's the whole topic is chosen for this specific webinar. Of course, you are allowed to ask different questions, but we will take this question after the presentation. You have the Q&A tab in your screen. You can type the queries, and then of course I will try my level best to answer those queries. Of course, so let's start with the product understanding. As a Ivanti Cloud, what exactly we does is we basically gather the data. We find the insight of a data, we analyze a specific data, and then we basically provide administrator to take a certain actions on the devices. Okay. So of course, we're going to have a small demonstration. So of course, that is going to give you the much better visibility of a product. But today, I'll be just presenting one slide. I wanted to make it more interactive. I wanted to give you the more practical knowledge about the solution. I wanted to show you more what Ivanti Cloud can do. So I will just cover one slide talking about the product, and then we quickly move to the demonstration of the product. So if you see, we're trying to cover a couple of points. We're trying to give the better user experience. We're trying to give the real-time intelligence by using all the latest technology like artificial intelligence, gathering the informations, and basically give you the more visibilities from the machine learning perspective. Okay, we are also able to give you the capability so that you can take a certain actions. This can be automated, or of course, it's a manual action which you can take it. Of course, and since this is a cloud-based solutions, of course, if you want to manage certain devices, you want to gather information, you either need to have the connectors or the agents available on your infrastructure. Okay, so that we will be able to gather the information and have the information available to the cloud. Okay, so if you see, let me just enable my pointer so that we can highlight the specific solution. So let's start from what exactly we initially does. So of course, we're going to have the connectors. So if you want to collect the information from your on-premise devices, we can integrate with the multiple solutions, and it is and the Ivanti Cloud as a solution, who of course basically helps you to integrate with the multiple technologies as well. So it's not only about we are collecting information from your Windows and Linux, we also integrate with your multiple solutions. For example, we can integrate with the security solutions like Mimecast. We can integrate with the CrowdStrikes. We can integrate with Mobile Iron, which is the MDM solutions. We can integrate with your Active Directory. And of course, we can also integrate the Ivanti's products. You know, the Ivanti have a different products. If you know about it, it's like Ivanti ISEC, Ivanti Endpoint Manager, and etc. Okay. So when we integrate it, okay, we either have this information collected by adding the connectors of those specific devices, so that since that console, that specific solution already have a devices from a target, they can straight away send the information to our solution. And this basically the API calls which we do. Okay. So initially, once we have the information, we perform the real-time intelligence on the data. Okay. With the real-time intelligence, we will be able to take all this latest technologies like machine learning and AI, artificial intelligence, and we would be able to give you the much better visibility. And of course, by taking the visibility, we should also help you to take automated actions, you know, so that you can not only monitor it, you will also take actions, appropriate actions for certain kind of events which is getting generated on your specific systems. We connect using the connectors. Okay. We also provide the capability for the administrators. Let's say users or administrators wanted to troubleshoot a specific user's device. Since everybody is working from home today, it is very difficult to take a remote of those specific machines. You either use certain solutions which either not secure, and you basically sometimes you need to have the certain port enablement to be done on from your network. Basically, we provide the capability of having the remote controlling the devices in order to get directly access to those devices, and then we should be able to gain more, do the certain kind of troubleshooting using the same solution itself. I will show you the normal example of how exactly it's going to work. So since we are integrating with all the end devices, we are able to get software insights about devices. We will be able to give the certain assistance. For example, which are the machines from this specific networks going to go for the end of life, which are the machine which has certain kind of software expiries is coming in. So this kind of assistance we will also provide you, so that you can take necessary actions against it. We perform the certain cross platforms. So we are not a platform independent. Of course, we do support multiple platforms. So you have a target devices which is running on either a Windows, running on either on a Macintosh operating systems or the Linux infrastructure. We do support all kind of endpoints to be managed using the Ivanti Cloud. Of course, because we will also show you certain kind of patch intelligence. So for example, we can also show you like from last 14 days or 30 days, you know, how many newly patches are available. And when you integrate our Ivanti Cloud with Ivanti's Internet Security Control, which is a patch management solution from Ivanti, you will be able to, from the same cloud, you will be able to tell, and you will be able to view like how many from this last 14 days patches, how many patches are actually missing from my target devices, so that you will be able to have a better inventory and you'll be able to take a better actions against it. We also perform certain more things. We also provide a proper dashboards so that you will be able to get one information on that one page. Okay. And of course, we can also have certain kind of smart devices, remote diagnostics, and automation of a fabrics kind of different features available on the Ivanti Cloud. It's a very simple solution. It's a very easy to deploy solution. And in fact, if you want to try the solution, you know, it's very simple. You just go to the website, Ivanti Cloud, you know, trial, and then you just register yourself. Once you register it, the first thing which you're gonna get is we're gonna receive the email. Then once you receive the email, you will be just activating that specific account. This is how exactly it is gonna look like. So once you receive an email, just have to say, okay, I want to activate my account. So once you activate your account, you just log in it, and then the next step is very, very simple. You either have an agent, okay, if you have an independent machine. For example, I have some machine which is, I have a home PC, home laptop, where I because it's not a part of my organization, I can install just an agent, independent machines. A machine which is a part of on my premise, I can just use the connectors. And of course, the third-party vendors, we can also use the connectors in order to perform the API calls. With that done, with the basic setup, we should be able to start gathering all the information from it. So that's all I wanted to cover from the presentation side, and I just wanted to jump to the demo so that we'll be able to see more about a solution. And of course, then we're going to have the quick question and answer session. So I hope you will be able to see the screen. Okay, so this is how the Ivanti Cloud console looks like. Not a complicated, it's very easy. And of course, on the front side, what we talked about is basically showing you. So we basically gathered the data, we gain the insight of the solutions, insight of that specific data which we collected. We analyze and monitor it, and then we allow the users to take necessary actions against it. So first of all, of course, I would like to show you the very important part, which is the real-time intelligence of a solution. So if you just go to the insights, because we have already defined the connector, that's very simple. You can just go to the connectors, and then you can set up your own connectors. Once you have the setup connectors are configured over here, you will be able to see the devices which is coming online. Okay, so this is the real-time intelligence which is available from us. Currently, I have 4 machines which is showing online. Okay, first of all, when you go to the real-time intelligence, you will be able to see the exact GUI location of that specific devices where it is located. So if you have let's say one solution which is in Dubai, one solution which is in Abu Dhabi, let's say one solution, one machine which is there in the US, one machine which is in Saudi Arabia, or one machine which is in the Bahrain or Oman, you should be able to see the entire information here. Okay, so once you see this information, first of all, you can always go and click to understand which are the machines are currently online, and then you should be able to see the entire list about it. So there are a couple of machines which it is running right now in my organization. Let me do the quick overview about those specific machines. So I have a machine which is my home computer. If I click on that specific computer, it will be able to gather the information, as you can see, and then once they gather information, I should be able to see the current CPU gets utilized, and this is all real-time data. Okay, so this is the current real-time data which is getting used from my machine. So I can exactly see which is the Wi-Fi it is connected to, what is the uptime date for that specific machine, how many browsers are basically installed. So basically that information is available, how much is this information is available from the specific drives. And of course, it also gives information about which is the operating system running on that specific machine. I can just click on that specific action, 3 dots, and then I should be able to take a certain actions against it. So for example, if I have to enable the firewall, first of all, I will just go and do some basic query. For example, show firewall. If I do this basic query, I should be able to, get the information about how many machines are running right now with a certain kind of domain firewalls, and how many from how many machines the firewall is currently enabled, right? So if I click on the private, okay, of course it's going to give me the my current computer, since this is not belongs to the any domain, it's the personal computer, and it does not have any kind of a domain. So it comes as a private. So once I click over here, I should be able to click on this, and I should be able to take a multiple actions against it. So currently I have only one action set up, which is an enable firewall, which has already been enabled. I can also add my own actions. I can take actions, I can create a quick actions, and I can tell him like, okay, I want to disable the firewalls, right? I want to disable certain processes. I can take that specific action. I want to allow a certain ports. I want to block a certain ports. I want to connect, or disable a certain networks. I can do that. I want to execute certain PowerShell script. I want to isolate this specific, specific machine. So I can add this task, and next time when I click here on the 3 dots, I should be able to see all those actions here. Okay. So that's what the show firewalls looks like from the real-time intelligence perspective. Let me quickly show you when I go to the devices section. So once I install the agents on the specific machine, I should be able to view like how many machines are available from the agents and how many machines are basically integrated with my certain solution. So currently I have integrated 3 solutions actually with my Ivanti Cloud. One is basically the individual agents. Second is my Active Directory infrastructure. And third one is basically the CrowdStrike solution, which is an endpoint protection solution, which is basically already integrated with these things. So once I see it, if I click on this, because this is running with the agent, since this is my a personal machine, which is I have installed the agent on top of it. Once I see it, I should be able to show some overview of the solution. I can see the real-time intelligence about what is the operating system build version and the Windows reliability. I will be able to see the current process which is running, which is a real-time information which is currently seeing it. I can see the current CPU which is running on that specific machine. And of course, the information about the IP addresses can also be enabled because the DHCP is not able to gather it. What is the memory information, the storage information, and of course, the real-time location tracking can also be doing it. Okay, and of course, if you go to the more real-time, you should be able to get more information about what is the category and queries are available. If I go to the detail view, I should be able to get more information about a solution, like what is the current battery level, 70% charge it is showing. What is the current BIOS? What are the browsers basically running on this specific solutions? And what basically, there are processors and different kind of information I should be able to gather from here. Okay, so this is kind of information. I can also see what is the licensing looks like from the perspective of the software. So what are the softwares are licensed software which has been currently running on a specific machines, right? And if I could integrate with my Ivanti patch management, which is managing by my solution, I should be able to get more patch information as well. So what we are doing currently is we're doing the hardware scanning and basically trying to gather information about from which login name is basically currently logging in. Let's say since administrator wanted to do a certain kind of remote control, so I have an option here to take a remote control as well. So if I click on the remote control, so you don't require any agent or something on your machine in order to connect to those specific machines. It just connects the remote machines on the cloud. So as soon as it says launching the remote control, it gives the options for my users, to allow the connection. So it's not like you just click connect and you get the access. On my machine right now, it is currently asking that, do you want to connect? If I allow on my machine, if I click on the allow machine, once I have the user permissions, then only I should be able to, to do the RDP to that specific machine. Okay. So as soon as the machine connectivity is done, as you can see, I was able to log into my personal PC. I can just do the remote control to just type something, from here. I can just do it, and as you can see, as soon as I click, my PC is basically moving out. So I can just control like that, So this is how the remote control is going to work out. Okay, so it's easy actually. We can just take a connection. My session has got ended now. I don't have the access, so this is optional. I can just submit the feedbacks to it. So that's how the remote control is going to work out. So I can just stay, my administrator can take a remote control and just start troubleshooting about it. If you go and understand, if you go to the more real-time intelligence, you can have the multiple queries running. So if you come back here, you can see the multiple things from those specific machines. Either you can write a queries, or you can just come here and you can understand what is exactly you want to understand. For example, I want to see the current CPU usage, which is running from all those 4 machines. So I can just understand. I can just click, and basically that information is available on the click. And this is all real-time data. So we should be able to get better visibility by logging to the one's console and get more information about it. We also get the information about smart advisors. That's what I was talking about very specifically, right? So in the smart advisors, if I go to the smart advisors, I have a different smart advisors, which is basically asking you to information like what is the re-image or replacement information look like. So if I go here, it basically recommends me that this is the filter chart. There are what about how many Windows OS versions are running, how many Windows life cycles, how many are going to go to the end of service from the machine which I have it. The information is getting collected. As I said, we get insight of the specific machine. So after the insight, we understand the more information about the solution. If you click, you should be able to get better visibility about what exactly it's going to talk about. So if you can also see the device stability. What does the device stability look like? I don't think I have much data available right now since the recent installation happened for the agents. Of course, you're going to get multiple information about your free disk space, installed memory. Even if you want to gather more information about Ivanti's solutions like a service manager or endpoint manager from Ivanti, or of course, if you want to collect the information about the system failures, Windows OS versions, everything information will be available from there. If you go to the software here, you be, as I mentioned, we also give the intelligence on the patches. Okay, so when you click on the patch intelligence, basically it tells you the information about how many last patches which is available and from which category. So you can see these are the Microsoft 68% new patches from last 14 days, which is Microsoft has released it. Out of which there is from TextMates, there is from the VMwares, from the Blue Jeans as a product, and Real VNC. So multiple kind of solutions, multiple kind of patches which has been run. Specific vendors has released. So if I click on that specific patch, I should be able to get more insight about what is exactly the patches information is available. So this is the more specific information about the patch, what type of patch is currently available. And of course, when you have the integration with your Ivanti ISIC, Ivanti Patch Management Solution, you should also get the insight from here saying that how many machines basically missing from this specific patches. So you should be able to gather more information once you have the proper integration with your Ivanti ISIC solutions. If you go to the software insights, you should be able to get much more information on the softwares, how many softwares are currently running on those specific machines. So we basically provide you the insight of a softwares, and of course there is a software inventories is also available. So this is what exactly the 17 server instances are running. Client instances are 2. There are 15 licensed softwares, and software inventory around, we find out 327 different vendors got installed on those specific 17 machines. So if you can click on those server OS instances, you should be able to get much better information about what type of virtual machines, what type of Windows are installed currently. So I can see the most of them are using Windows 2016 right now. So yeah, let me just go back. So that's about the software insights. And of course, once you click on the software inventory, you should be able to see how entire inventory history of the currently running on your system. So if you have a specific inventory you want to see, like from a Cisco, so Cisco meeting is running on a which specific machine, so that's something, the machine which is running with that specific software. So you should be able to get it, and you should be able to export the data as well from those. If you talk about the agent management perspective, what type of agents, what type of operating system we do support, as I already mentioned, it's a very simple. You just download the agent, deploy the agent, and you started getting the visibility about it. So we do support a Windows-based, Mac-based, and Linux-based agent. So if you want the users, to have the remote control capabilities, you can always download the remote window, download with the remote control agents. If you just wanted to gain insight of this, you can always just download the normal agents. And for the Mac agents, you also have the direct link to be downloaded from the same console itself. From the connected perspective, okay, so this is what the current connector status looks like. Let me just see. Okay, so these are the 3 connectors, which basically are it. One is unfortunately is not able to communicate, which is my ISIC. But of course, two are properly communicating, as you can see. from their last dates. One is scheduled to be checked in after 3 days. One is scheduled to be checked in every 24 hours. So we have the information available from the CrowdStrike, and of course we have the information available from the Active Directory from my initial infrastructure. And if I want to add more, it's very easy. I can just choose from which of the solution I want to gather the information. So I can gather the information from Microsoft SCCM, the ServiceNow, the Mobile Iron, Office 365, patch for SCCM. This is all Ivanti solutions if you want to integrate, and of course from the AWS as well. So if you want to have the information collected over the AWS EC2 resources, you can directly integrate and try to gather all the information from there. You need to have certain kind of API integrations available so that you should be able to get insight from those specific machines. So if you go to the assistants, of course, you're gonna get more visibility about the assistant's capability. So the assistant capability, you can see, okay, what is the user productivity looks like, what is the security and compliance assistance looks like. So if you click on the compliances, it basically tells you the more information about how the security and compliances looks like in your organization. For example, how many blacklisted softwares, how many the software enforcements are running, device isolation, how many machines are running with an encryptions, how many machines are running with the USCs. All this information you should be able to get it from these things. And of course, you can have your own workflows. You can also create it. So if you create your own workflows, you want to have your own compliance-based requirements. For example, let me build a small role. For example, maybe I'll just say this space. So I can just drag and drop, and I can find out if that's I can just define, like, if a free disk space less than this specific percent, what to do. I can take an action against it. I can just say, okay, send me an email. So I can just define, like, once this has happened, what is going to happen. So once I click, I can see which email address I should be receiving an email. And of course, we can also have the more queries available, to do what exactly we can do, so you can match a different criteria, and of course that is going to help you with this. So you can just quickly do it like this. So once the free disk space reach to that specific level, send me the email. So I can save this kind of queries, and I can have my own workflow is created from the Ivanti Cloud itself. So if I go to the devices specifically, it's a very, very simple solution. As I rightly mentioned, you just have to log in to the console, download the agent from a setup, or download the connectors and start gathering the information. And once you go inside the specific solution, okay, for example, let me try to see my machine. I go in for information, I should be able to start getting the more information about it. So this is all real-time intelligence information, which I'm going to get it. So that's it about the cloud solution. I wanted to keep it a very, very basic. So just given a little information about it, of course. Just to quickly show you the dashboards we did not cover till now. So once you go to the dashboard, of course, you're going to get entire information about what exactly the current dashboard of look like. So you can have this information available. You can just quickly refer it, and you can add your own widgets in order to have the entire information about quick glance about your currently infrastructure which is running, and you can take a quick actions against it. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, for your time. We can have a one-to-one session if you want to understand more about a solution. If you want to go for the more deep dive about a specific solution, we can have one-to-one session with you guys. Till now, thank you so much for joining. I'm just going to see if there were any kind of specific questions are there. If not, then of course we'll meet back again. So Binda, I guess there are no questions currently been raised.
All right, perfect, Ashraf. Thank you so much for conducting the session for us, and thanks all the attendees for making time and joining the session. Hope to see you all in the next session, and I hope all of you have a great weekend ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day. Have a safe weekend.